Hello beautiful people, welcome back to my channel if you're new here. Hi, my name is Cole. I am not a clean makeup girly, so if you love fun and colourful makeup and lots of glitter, you've found yourself in the right place. Welcome back to Everyday May, where I'm posting every single day in May. Who'd have thought it? What can I say? My creative genius knows no bounds when it comes to naming things. Today, I thought we'd do something that I love doing. We're going to be ranking eyeshadow palettes, and today I'm going to be ranking my Natasha Denona collection. Now, if you are a Natasha Denona stan, you may recognise some of those packagings, but today we're going to go through all of the, I've got 7 midi palettes, one of the full palettes, one of like the £129 palettes, and then one of like the face palettes. So we're going to rank them today. I'm going to tell you why they are where they are, because I feel like there's some surprising ones in here. I feel like a lot of people will be like, I did not expect that from you. If you are a regular watcher, you'll know, like I said, I love colour. But there's one in particular that I think you will be really surprised where it ranks, unless you've heard me talk about it, in which case I'm not exactly very positive about it. So without further ado, let's get into it. Coming in at number 9, my most disliked midi palette is Pastel. And I feel like this is the one people are going to be shocked about, because I feel like this looks very much up my alley. The packaging is beautiful. This is what it looks like inside. This, for me, it's just lackluster. The shimmers don't really give anything. There's like a duochrome here called Illusion, which every time I use it gets hard pan on it. The pastels, they're just really lacking. I find even on my very, very pale skin, these really struggle to show up. Had this been a different formula, I think I would have loved it, because you've got the kind of dark blue and the dark purple to deepen things up. This Zest shade is a shade that's so up my street, but it's just not great. The shimmers are just like, eh. They're nothing special. I mean, this is the shade Limoncello. I've tried very, very budget eyeshadows that have a better formula than these ones, so I was really disappointed. Had that been my first ever Natasha Denona purchase, I don't think I'd have ever bought anything again. Coming in at number 8, this is the Glam face palette. I will try not to blind you. This is what that one looks like inside. For me, I really like this one. It's great for travel. The formula is great. This outer corner shade is just so delicious. See, this is what I expect from Natasha, not that Limoncello shade. The only reason that this one is here is I only really use it when I do go and kind of stay somewhere for a night or two, because it's just easy to take with me, but it's not something I reach for in my everyday life, so I figured it couldn't really go any higher. Number 7 is, they're the wrong way round. Number 7 is Zendo. I like this one. It's a nice kind of wintry colour story. Just for me, I think the light shades are a little bit lacking in this one. There's not a whole lot that I personally can put on my lid. Breath is a lovely like mint shade, but unless I want to put mint on the lid, the next 2 lightest ones are this shade called Flow, which is definitely a medium blue. We've got Luster, which is like a medium gold, and then Calm, which is like just a peachy shade and doesn't quite give enough to put all over the lid. So for me, I think sometimes with Natasha Denona palettes, they can lack either lights or deeps, because this one's a lot more deep, like this shade Vigor, this shade Zeal, and this shade Mantra are all gorgeous, like super deep shades. But because we've got these, we seem to have missed out on the kind of lighter shades. So for me, this one, I like it, I do use it, it's quite a good autumnal palette, but it's not my favourite. Okay, for a similar reason, this is why this one is in 6th. This is Retro Glam. This one is beautiful. It's like a green and pink colour story. I love it. This shade here called Fringe, one of my favourite like sagey greens ever, and then the shade called Sage. These two pair just so beautifully together. For me, this one is here because the darkest shades in here are all shimmers. So you've got Evergreen, which is like a satiny shimmer. You've got Flare, which is like a deep pinky red shimmer. And you've got Oz, which is kind of like an olive green shimmer. But for me, I wanted these kind of shades, but in mattes. I think it would be nice with like a really deep cranberry pink in it and a really deep green. I think you could definitely change this one just so it's a proper matte, and get rid of either Faye or Lucy and make that one into like a cranberry, and it would just give this much more dimension. This shade here called Flutter is the prettiest topper shade ever. I really do like this one. It's definitely not, apart from the pastel, I don't dislike any of these. It's just not as well balanced as I think it could be. Right, okay, on to the top 5. This one is Sunrise. If you're into a warm colour story, this is very much for you. Great transition from dark to light. We've got Clove, which is a very like deep pink, and then the lightest is Laurel, which is a really lovely like champagne-y colour, but you've got some incredible yellow shades in here, which I love a yellow. I really like this one. Had I not owned one of the other ones, this may be ranked higher, but I really do like this one. I think it's beautifully balanced. It works really well. I really like this. Okay, number 4 is Retro. If you are a... Oh, can we focus please? Thank you. If you are a pink lover, this one is for you. This one is beautiful. Again, we've got very, very deep shades in here, but also very light shades. These two pinky shimmers, so Psychedelic, which is in the middle, and Glitz are both absolutely stunning. Let's just swatch them, because why not? Do we need both of them? Probably not. Am I upset that there's both of them? No. This one is really beautifully balanced. I think if you want like a more everyday pink, this is one of those palettes that's like my meeting palette. Like if I want something grown up but still glam, this is the one that I reach for without a doubt. Okay, top 3. Coming in at number 3, we have Zendo. This one for me could be 2, but the darkest shade in here called Night Sky again is one of those like satiny formulas. You can use this as a matte, and it does blend out as a matte, but I had to put this one this high up because we've got shades like Supersonic and Showbow, which are just the most stunning, absolutely gorgeous shimmers. If you love a grey, this one is definitely for you. This grey shade called Snurt, strange name, is such a good grey, one of those really great basic shades. If you want a kind of more higher end, more tailored grey palette rather than like the Beauty Bay Smoky palette. I think this one's beautiful, but you still have got those kind of different tones. You've got a more taupey grey, a lighter grey. I just think it's missing a very, very dark matte for me. This should have had a black in it, but not everybody loves black eyeshadow. Okay, so this one is probably the reason that Sunrise is a little bit lower. This is Sunset. This is my one. I think these were 129. I don't even know if they still do these. But this is the one with the bigger pans. This palette is beautiful and was my top Natasha Denona palette for a very, very long time. Again, we've got a really good mix of, I mean, look at that. Just look at that. We've got a really, really good mix of lights, darks. You've got a bit of everything in here. I think it's a really beautiful warm eyeshadow palette. And if you kind of only ever wear warm tones and you want one eyeshadow palette, I think this is the one. Okay, so this is where we've been heading to. Number one, the most recent release. This is Roxa. I mean, for a start, look at that packaging. She's beautiful. But this is what Roxa looks like inside. This has knocked everything else out the park for me. She is finally listening with the light to the dark. We've got like this shade Dixie here is stunning. There's a very, very deep like purple shade, and then you've got a kind of brighter purple shade. And then I also love the fact we've got some kind of pinky shades, but there's also a deeper pink. This palette is gorgeous. Honestly, I could do 1,000 looks with this one. My only gripe with this palette is this shade in the middle called Bolt. The shade is beautiful, but I hate marbled shades because you just never consistently get the same colour. Like, this is a pretty lilac, but if I focus my brush too much on the purple bit, it's darker, so I don't really know what to expect, so I don't really use it because I don't know what I'm going to get. Flutter, this one is insane. It's like a toppery kind of pinky shimmer. I feel like on camera it's not going to pick it up as well as it does, but it's beautiful. It looks really gorgeous, kind of tapped out of on top of any of the colours in the palette. This one, I think they absolutely knocked it out the park with. The only other one that I would like to pick up is the one with the greens in. Oh my gosh, what's it called? Please bear with. I've just realised that this isn't the most recent release. We went back to Terrible with Bloom. That one for me, it looked really coral in the press images, and then when I saw people were getting it, I was like, I'm not buying that. Yucca. That is the only other one currently that I would like the look of. I need a warm and I need a nude, a lovely. I'm never going to wear those. I need a golden is just a repeat for me. And like I said, Bloom looks really like pretty and corally in the press images. And like this look very much draws me in, but after seeing it, like other people use it, I really want to see it in person, and I haven't managed to see it in person yet, but I think it's going to be a skip for me. So let me know in the comments, have you tried Natasha Denona? Do you want to try Natasha Denona? Let me know if you have, what your favourite palette is. I would love to know it all in the comments down below. If you did enjoy this video, don't forget to give it a thumbs up. If you'd like to see more from me, hit subscribe. And if you want to make sure you never miss another video, hit the bell icon and YouTube will notify you next time I post. You've been fabulous. I've been Coleoftheball, and I'll see you next time. Bye.